Hi, this is TapCat. Welcome to part 2 of my playthrough of XCOM Enemy Unknown on Classic Ironman difficulty. So we got back from our first mission, which was a rousing success. No deaths, no damage taken. And we're going to go through these items that need our attention. And since they're paging us to research, we'll do that. We'll skip her little cinematic and start our first research project. So xenobiology is great, but I am not going to be building an alien containment chamber in the near future. Weapon fragments we will want to get to, but I'm going to start with alien materials because I very much want to get to where I can build carapace armor or at least nanofiber vests to try to give my guys some more survivability. So we're gonna get that kicked off.
Our troops have to put their own survival first, but every alien we use explosives against is one less opportunity to recover new artifacts.
Wonderful, Doctor. Thank you for sharing. So I'm gonna skip that cinematic as well. Any chance that I can, I'm gonna kind of cut through that stuff. Yeah. So originally I was thinking I wouldn't buy anything. Money is so tight.
We've still got some room to grow up here. But
wow, well this is really lucky to have 2 steam on the second level. So that means when we start building power plants, which won't be very long, we can actually get a thermo generator pretty quickly and without spending a fortune to excavate down here. You know, you have to keep building lifts to get to it. We're not going to do this right now, but good to know. And mission control, there was also... Okay, I guess they just want you to know that it's there. So the only thing I did between the mission and this new recording is I did go through and just do a few customization of the squad appearance, nothing major. I will probably rename some of these guys or all of them, but I don't want to do that when they're just squatty. I'd like to at least get them a little bit of leveling up. So I think what we're going to do, there's no question I want to start a satellite well in advance of the next council meeting. We need 20 days, but what I'm hoping is that we'll get some engineers in the next mission as a reward, and the cost of buying the satellite will go down if we have more engineers. So rather than pay full price, which I believe is 100 credits, yes, we're gonna kind of play chicken against that deadline and hold out hope. Now the question is, do I do the same thing with the med kits? I would like to bring at least one on this mission. I think that only makes sense. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and do that. Hopefully we'll be fighting sectoids and not thin men, or I will regret only bringing one. And we will give that to our support. So that's unfortunately one less frag grenade, but such is life. And I think that's all we're going to do before trying to get a mission. Okay, and we're kicking it off with abductions. So I always hate this choice
we've
because
picked up multiple requests for assistance. Abductions in progress are marked on the hologlobe.
Wherever I don't help, the panic level is going to rise. So since I plan to put a satellite over the US and prioritize North America in general, even though I'd love to have the 200 credits, I think I'm going to let the US fend for itself. Sorry, Dallas. if we go to Paris, we can pick up the 4 engineers, and that should put a nice dent in the cost of satellites. So that's pretty tempting. And Japan is scientists. So there's no question. I think I would rather have the engineers than the scientists. And this fits in general with my plan pretty well. One thing I'm going to be curious to see is my last playthrough, I managed to lose 0 countries. It just fell almost perfectly for me. I seriously doubt that we are going to have a similar experience this time around. I think I will not be able to be as aggressive about buying satellites as I was the first time. So I want to put assault up front and my support in the back. The question is, do I want to bring my sniper and start working on getting him promoted? I kind of feel like on these first couple missions, it would not be a bad idea to bring rookies in the mix. I know I'm going to lose guys. I know guys will get sent to the hospital and be stuck. So while the difficulty is relatively low, I hope, maybe we go 50-50 here. That could be a mistake. I don't know. All right, and we don't really have to worry too much about customization because we're not getting a lot. I do think I'm going to swap out the shotgun for a rifle. I'm not sure that's the right move. I know the shotgun is better up close. It doesn't tell you yet. It doesn't tell you anything about the damage. But I don't know how up close I'm going to get. It's not like he has run and gun or anything like that yet. Oh wait, does he? I take it back. That's the first ability you get. Nonetheless, I intend to play an extremely cautious game here, so I'd rather have the range. Yeah, and let me just say that for anybody who thinks they want to watch a fast-paced assault team here, that's not what you're going to get. We're going to go slow. We're going to try to keep our soldiers alive and take care of business, but it's going to be a very methodical approach.
Central, this is Big Sky. Strike team is touching down now. Standing by for your orders.
Roger, Big Sky. Reading you 5 by 5. Strike 1 has the green light for deployment.
So I guess it was inevitable that I would have a mission where I had to rely on cars for cover. I have to admit, I don't particularly care for that. Cars blow up. Cars are often half cover. Some of them are full. Not too many with an easy sight, I'm afraid. You know, every time I run this mission, I go down here. This is kind of the way they expect you to go. So I think I'm going to try something different and go this way. I could be wrong, but my sense is that, you know, they try to channel you. Down this right-hand path, and that where they want to channel you is not necessarily where you are better served to go. So we're going to move everybody up, and no, I'm not going on Overwatch yet or hunker down or anything like that. I prefer to wait until the last move, and I know for a fact that I'm not triggering any groups before I take any actions that end the turn for a soldier. Now that we're in place, I'm going to go ahead and go into Overwatch. I'm not using hunker down because if we're discovered, I don't believe they'll fire on us that first turn, so we might as well get the free shot. And now I have an issue because you know, don't want to dash. Let me see if I can lead the way with this guy. I can get to cover. I might as well go... I don't really want to go this deep. I'll just go here. If this is safe... Yes, okay. And now I'm just going to put her right beside him. So this is looking pretty promising as far as being safe. Now I have to make a decision. Because I've already gone up this far, the only reason it's not safe to leave my other two here is if I believe that there's a group over here, which I do not. So I am going to go ahead. Normally, obviously you want to be very careful about leaving your guys out of cover. But there is a certain logic to how this game is set up, and I believe this is actually safe. So again, we're going to go on Overwatch.
Enemies in sight.
So did they just activate two different groups? It's kind of what it looked like. Yep. And then clearly there's another one over here. Well, now I have a decision to make. I don't have... Yeah. My plan of coming over here has a major flaw, which is that there's almost no cover. See, these are great. They are only half cover, but unlike cars, they don't blow up, and if you shoot at them, they don't get destroyed or anything like that. Whereas this little concrete thing, it will. If they fire at it and I'm hunched behind it, they can destroy it. So the problem is I can look forward to 2 waves of sectoids coming from this direction. I believe there's 4 in total. And while I can easily put 1 soldier here, you know, it's kind of rough. I can also use here and here, but that's only 2 guys. Is this cover? Yes. So we have a double thing there. Wow, this is bad. I can go here and I have full cover, which is great. But boy, if I trigger a 3rd group over here where we're hearing them from, that will be really bad. And we could easily have the whole team wipe. I have to make up my mind about where to make a stand here, though. I would prefer to do it back here, if possible. So I think what I'm going to do... I screwed that up. This is the closest guy. We're going to put him here. How am I going to do this? And I could even trigger the other group there. The problem with going behind a car like this and then shooting forward is when you shoot, you can literally ignite the car and it'll blow up before you have a chance to move again. So it is one of the least safe places you can possibly hide. Okay. I screwed that up again. I am going to move this guy here. And I'm going to move him here. Yes. Now, I need a spot for these last 2. I would much rather have full cover. And I'd only be revealing myself to a group over here, which we know exists, if there's a line of sight that way, and I'm going to take the chance that there isn't. And I hope I'm right. The other alternative is here, but I actually think I need to send her there. I don't have a lot of good places. And at least the truck has the virtue of not blowing up on me. Okay, well that's a nice little bug in the display, but I should still get credit for being on the ground. I sure hope so. What I don't like about this is I'm putting my support in the closest possible position. That's kind of rough, but unfortunately it kind of is what it is. I'll hunker down, at least with her, if not all of them. Alright. And it might even make sense to use smoke grenade, but I think I want to wait one turn on that. Him I'm going to put on Overwatch, he's so far back. I may be wrong in how I approach this. I've just seen a number of videos where I watch people go on Overwatch all the time. They miss with the Overwatch shot, and then they get killed because the alien critical hits them, and one gets a one-shot kill, especially when you're low level like this and you have no health. So I kind of want to try using hunker down more. And the aliens did not move forward. One option I have is I could dash up here. I don't really want to do that though. If I could go here and hunker down, that would be a lot more appealing. As it is, I think I'll just put him on Overwatch again. And I'm going to just put him and the girl on hunker down, and the guy with full cover I'll leave on Overwatch.
What's making that noise?
They're playing the waiting game with me. I'm glad I didn't waste the smoke grenade if they're not moving forward. Maybe they're not moving forward because we didn't make eye contact. I didn't activate the group in the way that you normally do, where you get close enough for them to see you. That is very possible. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I missed this before, I can use this as intermediary cover. So I'm going to move him forward and hunker down behind it. And I'm using the one to the left because it's harder for them to flank me if they're over in this direction. And then again, I'm just going to hunker down with them, put him on Overwatch. And next turn I'll move him up here, and hopefully that will start to draw them forward. I would much rather fight them where I want to fight them. I don't want to just go to them. They could be sitting there on Overwatch themselves. It's risky for me to even move up. Alright, so let's again hunker down. It doesn't look like I'm close enough to see them though, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think that they're coming. I think I'm going to have to move forward again. It took a while. I don't know if it was just the game kind of freezing or what. Not excited about moving forward with him unless I go here, but I'm not dashing, so I could go there and hunker down. Actually, that might be good too, because it would give me the opportunity to potentially flank some of them if I dare take a shot. If some of them are more over here, of course, then I'm just setting him up to die. My alternatives are relatively few though. I can't actually do what he's doing. Like if I go up on the roof of this truck, I'll have visibility and elevation, but I'll also almost certainly make myself visible to the group over here. And since he has no cover, he will just get picked apart. So that's no good. I could go up here with one of them, but I mean, that actually isn't the worst. Of course, this is the spot I'd really love to get to. Okay, I think we're going to do this. I think we're going to go here, and then we'll see what we see. Which is nothing. That's awesome. Okay. Let's see. He's closest to here. But I have to be really careful. I come up this far. I'm still okay visibility-wise. There's no clear line of sight over here. But we're pretty certain that somewhere in this general vicinity is another group. And if they're, say, a little farther up here, then I will probably trigger them. And that would be bad times. So there is just not a lot going on. If I go here, the problem is that if there's aliens over that way, they have a good start on flanking me. Alright, I think what we're going to do is we're going to just keep these three guys in the place. We're going to hunker down, everybody behind half cover. And we'll put him on Overwatch. And then if nothing moves out, so this is the next logical place for him to move, but he's really starting to get out there by himself. He's going to be significantly far forward of these others. I don't dare come all the way out here or anything, and then if he does see somebody, he won't be able to probably shoot at him anyway. If I go here, and let's say there's 1,000,000 of them, you know, what's my fallback? I think I could get to here. That would be safe. I could probably get behind here, but I won't be hunkered down, that's for sure. Alright, we're going to go here.
Contact.
Yep. And this is not great. Yeah, what scares me is all I need is one of those dudes to come out here. But I do have one of them flanked as well. 70% is pretty good. But what bothers me is I'm not going to kill him if... Alright, I wanted to see if one of these two was the one buffing him, but it doesn't look like either one is. The one that's doing it is back here somewhere. That's the one I would really love to get a shot at, and I'm not going to get the opportunity. And I assume that I am way too far away for a grenade. Alright, I don't know about other people. I find the mouse sensitivity when I try to do this is often really jumpy, but I am definitely too far away, and there's nothing I can do about that this turn. So what I need to decide right now is, do I stay where I'm at and hunker down? Do I try to take a shot and hurt the one that's buffed at least, and then hope he doesn't just come over here and shoot and crit me? If he doesn't do it, what are the odds that one of the others will? Let me see this. None of them can see him. No. Okay, well, this is really unfortunate. Fraps was recording the video for me from this mission, and for whatever reason, the last few minutes did not get captured. So what happened is that I took the shot with Simon. It was a 70% chance to hit, with 65% chance to crit, I believe, 60 or 65, and it was a clean miss. So that same alien ended up returning fire without moving, and the result is that unfortunately Squatty Simon was our first casualty. I've done a subsequent mission. I guess this is a bit of a spoiler. We did suffer another casualty later. So subsequent to that, the other two aliens that were closer to us, it took out with a single grenade, and then we managed to pick off the sole remaining sectoid without any additional problems. It's just a shame that I lost the kind of climactic last few minutes of this mission. It actually was a pretty good mission overall, and unfortunately, despite having a good chance to kill that one alien, it didn't happen, and so I lost a soldier. So rest in peace, Gerard Simon, and hopefully you will be one of a very few who fall in this battle. After the mission was over, we had 2 promotions, so it wasn't a total loss, but definitely we wanted to stop the casualties and get back to having death-free missions, at least human deaths. So thank you for watching, and I can say I have already recorded part 3, and there were no technical glitches. So thank you for watching. Bye.